Hey Virgo, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon and I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 29th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. The heart of your reading, we have the Ace of Wands. Something has really sparked your interest. You feel very passionate, a lot of desire. Feels like something's awoken within you that's been dormant for a while. What's the challenge here for Virgo? The Queen of Cups. Being loving and nurturing and open-hearted. This could mean that you're feeling some physical desire or attraction towards someone, and you're not sure yet if the emotional connection is there, or what this could mean for you emotionally speaking. Your focus is on the Fool. You're kind of throwing caution to the wind. This, whatever has you inspired to take action, this impetus to move is all-consuming. I think you're like, whatever happens, happens. I'm going to go after this. I'm going to have the experience. What led up to this in the recent past? King of Cups in reverse. This is why the Queen of Cups is showing up as the challenge. Someone in your past, this could be the person you're reconnecting with, but I think more likely it's someone new. This someone is emotionally immature, selfish, maybe a little manipulative. I don't think consciously so. I think they just lack emotional depth, but they are the one who isn't self-aware enough to know that they're lacking emotional depth. So they say that you are feeling too much. You're taking yourself too seriously. It doesn't have to be all that serious, because they lack the capacity to self-reflect. So they shame it in you when you are self-reflecting. I think that experience with someone like that in your past is now flavoring how you're perceiving this new energy. Like, okay, is it going to be like that? I don't want to connect with it if so. From your higher self perspective, we have the Five of Swords. So one of the best things to come from this season of your life is engaging in intellectual debate, not shying away from an argument, being willing to walk away, Five of Pentacles, if there is no ideological common ground. This is an interesting one, guys. This is really Spirit coming through and saying, if you shy away from having the fight, then you let the other person, I don't know, that's not a good way to say it. I was going to say you let them get away with having the wrong opinion, but that's not what I mean, of course. I think you do yourself and the relationship a disservice by staying away from conversations that might be difficult. If someone seems emotionally distant or incapable of self-reflection, and you start to notice that, but you back off of the topic whenever they're like, you're doing too much. You're like, okay, we don't have to go there. What if instead of that sort of a reaction, you instead move toward the conversation? Say, oh, there's something here that needs to be talked about, and press it. So how often do you think about what's going on in your own emotional world? Can you tell me, like, of a past relationship, how did your partner feel about this, that, and the other? Or maybe there's some, like, helpful masculine perspective you've seen online and you want to show them a video and get their reaction to it, to gauge like how emotionally aware they are. The more you're willing to tread onto potentially discordant territory, you're going to save yourself so much time because you have the difficult conversation earlier. You get the relevant information sooner. It might be more difficult in the moment, and you miss out on having a year or two long relationship with a person where, sure, you might have had some good companionship, some more cuddling, some, hold on a second, there's a little fly hanging out on my cards. But it's not what you wanted, right? Long term, you want a deeper emotional connection in this example. So with that Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck when the Five of Swords came out, as your higher self saying, hey, this is actually the best thing that's going to come out of this season of your life, that tells me that Virgo, you are going to have the difficult talk. You're going to be willing to say, oh, really? You don't think that... You say something that's important to you and you ask them their views on it. And they shy away from the topic and you're like, no, we actually need to talk about this. And then they say something that is like completely opposed to what you think. And I don't want to cite certain examples because I know that there are so many people watching who have different viewpoints and different deal breakers ideologically when it comes to relationships. So I do want to remain open and respectful of all viewpoints right now. I don't do that always in my videos, but at least for the time being, this is like, I don't want to imprint like my own personal biases here. So I'm being really, that's why I'm being really careful to not like inject an example. But there's the willingness to engage or walk away. If they give an answer that is so like obviously, it's making it obvious that they're not a person that you would want to entangle your life with, then that Five of Pentacles there at the bottom of the deck was like, okay, this is going to be our last date. Like, no matter what. It's like this willingness to walk away, willingness to have the hard conversation. It's going to be really, really, really good for you. In the near future, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is this nose to the grindstone, developing good habits or sticking to good habits. It's going to yield some important results. You might just get really focused at work. Well, I'm wondering now if this Ace of Wands isn't more financially related. You could get inspired to start a new business or a side hustle or take a new job, have a change in your career somehow. Because the Eight of Pentacles would fit that sort of a storyline more so than romance. If it's romance, it might just be you like, okay, I'm going to look at the dating app every day. I'm going to swipe through everything that's new. And I'm going to have the conversations. It feels like work at first. Before you start to really have conversations that are positive and get to know people. So maybe this is you like diving in saying, I want a partner. I'm going to find one. So let's get to swiping. Your surprise energy, something that's going to affect your story that you don't see coming, is the King of Pentacles in reverse. This could be someone new on the scene, reveals that they are massively in debt, or that they can't hold down a job. They keep like getting fired or quitting. There's some sort of lack of discipline that has resulted in them being less financially secure than what you think. Your hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. You want someone to desire you. You want a romantic connection that's passionate, exhilarating, but you don't want any secrets. If there are any secrets being kept, you want those to be revealed early on. And you want to be met with reciprocity when you are very openly making a bid for connection. You want the universe to reward you with that sort of emotional openness. The end result, we have the Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like you've been doing too much, and you start to back off of it a little bit and do less. So if you've been going out on a lot of dates, you might say, okay, I'm gonna pare it back to once a week or twice a month. It's because it's starting to feel like a grind. This is exhausting. I'm not giving up on it, but I'm gonna start to feel less busy and take a rest. I need to take a step back, heal, recharge my batteries. Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Wands. What advice do we have for Virgo to make best use of these energies? Connect with a lot of different things. The Seven of Cups it's both saying that it's important for you to get clear of why you want something, how you want to feel about it, and what sort of what parts of you are craving that certain thing, so that you know why you're doing it. I think it partly so that you can identify if you're sort of doing it for the wrong reasons or things that won't actually end up being fulfilling. Like if you really just want someone to take photos with to post on Instagram so that other people feel like you're living a healthy, normal, satisfying life, maybe you're going to choose someone who is active online and willing to go on trips with you and sit around and take 100 photos of you so that you get the perfect shot. And that sort of a motivation will point you toward a person who is a match for that, but maybe not a match for your deeper emotional needs. So whether it's obviously not that example for everybody, but that's why Spirit wants you to take time when you're recharging your batteries here coming up to reflect on what's in it for you, what parts of yourself. I don't mean like physical parts of your body, I mean like parts work, like your inner child, your inner teenager, your sensitive side, your ambitious side, your need to feel financially successful. What is it that you're trying to, needs that you're trying to satisfy in whatever it is that you're inspired to go after right now? Because the clearer you get about that before you connect with the energy, the more conscious it will be, the less you'll be playing out things from your subconscious. And like, that's when we all learn lessons. It's like, oh, I never knew that about myself. Well, you can do that maybe with some self-reflection beforehand. So best of luck to you there, Virgo. I hope that this experience is a pleasant one. Have a great day, and I will see you back tomorrow.